Hello and welcome back to Captain of Industry. So we've been working on our food recently. We have now got 6 different food types coming in, which should make our people a bit happier. We don't quite have enough tofu coming in to satiate their demand. We need 14 tofu. We are not making 14 tofu a second at the moment, or a minute I should say. We don't have quite enough soybean coming in to do that. So there's a couple of things we want to do. We talked about last time, we want to put in a couple more farms up here. So first things first, let's remove surfaces. Let's come down to here and let's remove surfaces up to there, and we'll have to do a bit more up here as well, just to make sure we can fit them in. And then let's just come down here and make sure we don't have any hidden underneath either. And then we can stop like that for the moment. That should be fine. Excellent. Let's get that done. What else we're going to do today? We're going to pipe our organic fertilizer, which I realized I kept calling it fertilizer 1 in the previous video. We're going to pipe that up to here with a priority balancer in, so that the fertilizer organic is coming up here as a priority, so we can make more fertilizer 1, so we can make more fertilizer 2. That would be awesome. We have a low supply of sulfur. We don't. That's very misleading. What it means is it's not full, which means we are using a fair bit of sulfur in these devices over here for rubber and I was going to call it oil, but acid, which is fine. That's what it's for. We'll just have to keep an eye that we might be in a position now where we are using more sulfur to produce stuff over here than we are actually producing. You know, not the end of the world. That's something to bear in mind. What else are we going to look at today? Well, we have the CO2 we are going to take from here and put into a chemical plant Mark II to turn into graphite using this mechanism rather than using chlorine and coal to do it, which would be awesome. We've got a few of the messages popped up as well. Let's just slow everything down. I did sort of erroneously say that these wouldn't be turning as often because we'd be taking the CO2 out, but of course CO2 isn't the input to these, CO2 is the output, so that's actually going to work absolutely fine. We'll just put a balancer in here, take the CO2 out. That'll work a treat. That'll be that done and dusted. Awesome. So let's have a look at this. This is full of limestone and copper. Well, not the end of the world, as long as we still have iron ore, coal and copper available, and what's limestone and sand as well, I suppose. But it seems like we have plenty of that, so that's not a problem. I'm not too worried about that. Sandy mining tower has nothing to dig up because we're running a little bit low on sand to dig up, which is a mild pain. Mild pain. We need to think about where we're going to do this next, really. I suppose a nice easy fix would just be to say just dig up this for the moment. And then you, if we edit your area and just move you to here and just make sure that you're not going to try and dig up any of that stuff for the moment. That should be that sorted. That should be that sorted. Why do I feel like I just moved the wrong one? Nope, no I didn't. You are now moving. Okay, excellent. We have a low supply of water, but we've had that forever. As we briefly talked about, we could look at dumping the excess brine we're producing, so we could run this full time and maybe get the others up and running. We could. I'm not overly concerned just because we have so much water available. I always click on a pipe there. Available in our water reserves anyway, so I'm not overly fussed about that either. We're going to keep a bit of an eye on our food coming down here to see if it's backing up. Vegetables still seem to be backing up quite significantly. Something to just keep a bit of an eye on. We might want to enable the 4th vegetable anaerobic digester. So that's what we're looking at today, and if we get around to it, we will look at maybe doing mega vehicles. That might be something for us to do. What I do want to do is come over here and look at glass. It would be nice if we could change this into a bigger storage, because we're going to need more glass storage, if we wanted to change all of these to greenhouse Mark IIs, which is going to cost 160 each. There will be 15 of them. That's going to be 15 times, what did you say, 160? 2,400 glass, and we can only currently hold 400. So I think we're going to do that first, actually. So let's get rid of this belt up to here. Let's get rid of this belt. This belt we'll just get rid of up to there for the minute, because obviously we're going to need to put that somewhere else. I want to unity the removal of this one, because that's the important one. Let's get a large unit one. Let's just do a 3 for the moment. And I don't mind if this is very close to that. That would be absolutely fine, I think. Have no issues with that. Let's unity that. And once that's done, we will delete this one and unity the removal of that, which should put it all straight into there. Then we need to connect that to that, which is not very clean at all, but we can do that instead, and then we can delete that little bit of pipe there. And actually, we don't want that. We want that to come out a little bit first, and then go up to here somewhere. So in fact, we're going to go to there. And then we're going to... Nope, keep pressing all the wrong buttons. Then we're going to get rid of that. And then we are going to come off of... Is that not flat? That should be flat. It's not flat. Urgh. Okay, you know what? We're going to come up here first. And connect into that. And then we're going to come up here and join wherever you can. Perfect. And then we're going to unity that, that, and that. Excellent. That then gives us 2,500 worth of glass storage, which is going to be what we need to do all the greenhouses pretty much at once. If we want to. If we want to. We could increase our glass production, but I don't know if we really need to at the moment. We'll just let that tick over. So, next things. Organic fertilizer pipe. That is you, my friend. Let's get rid of that and unity that quickly. Oh, the other thing we need to look at is wood storage, because we are basically full of wood. There is not enough space there for a truck to deliver more wood, and we do want to start thinking about starting to harvest these trees at some point. So I suspect some of them, although we can't click on them to find out, are probably harvestable. I'm not entirely sure how that works yet, so we'll look at that when we come to it. What was I doing? Organic fertilizer. So let's get a fluid balancer, bring that up to wherever that's going to fit in, which is going to be there. We're going to unity that. We're then going to take a copy of this pipe and bring this why are you trying to connect? I guess we will bring it at height 5 along here. Taking out a bit more of the potential thoroughfare around here. And then you're going to hit this one here, which is already at height 5, which is annoying. So how about we go down to height 4. And then what? Oh, it's such a mess. And then come up here to height 5, and we'll follow this one for a brief spell. And then where? And we want to come this way, really, don't we? Stop trying to connect. I don't want you to connect. Oh, I don't really want to bring you along with these ones somewhere, don't I? But you're all at height 5 already. Bit of a lesson there to not leave everything at height 5 permanently, but hey-ho. Let's bring this down to height 3 then, and bring it underneath the fertilizer 2 pipe that is just there. And then we're going to get stuck around here because of all the other stuff that's going on, but we do have this belt we can go under instead. Cannot join if not flat. I don't want you to join us because there's another silly pipe there. Why? How far did you get that time? Up to this. Okay. Just go around that however you can. And then, yeah, that's fine. We may as well just keep it coming straight past these. That is also fine. And then you joined in to that, which I did not want you to do. And now, where is it we're trying to go to? One of these over here. And I would ideally not like to block off a lot more of this area if we can help it. So if we just come along with this one here. And then is organic fertilizer the brown one? No. Is it the yellow one? No, it's this one. So then I want to connect into this and this. And we're just going to unity, unity, unity. And that is going to get our organic fertilizer up here in piped form, which is going to be very useful. If we just follow this all the way along, the only thing we need to do then is come over here and say that is the priority out. Pump it up to the storages. If the storages are full, then send it along to this to do stuff over here. Cool. Job 1 done. Tick. Excellent. How are the vegetables doing? Still pretty backed up. We're also still seeing fruit coming out. Fruit actually is backed up now, but is that because it's full? It is, okay. But it hasn't quite backed up all the way down there yet, the way that... I forgot what this is. Vegetables, whether vegetables definitely have. So you are the other vegetables, aren't you? So let's unity one of those. We'll unity this belt. And then we need to bring extra vegetables in from that corner. Over to... Where are we trying to get to? Where on earth are we trying to get to? To there. Why is that not going as I would like it to? It's because there's something in the way there somewhere, isn't there? I think it's the fuel pipe. I should have planned all these in beforehand, I suppose. But that'll be fine. That'll be fine. Let's get that built. And you have output, you have output, you have input. You are set to do vegetables. The vegetables will be working their way along there now. Excellent. That's that sorted as well. We have nothing available to flattenate for the original flattenator. Where are you at the moment? You are up here. You have flattened all of this. That is looking lovely. None of the pipes complained, which is a miracle, quite frankly. Do we send you up here to start flattening this? I think we do. So mining designation, we want this all to be at a nice flat 4. We don't really want to clash with what's already there. So if we do that, and then we go back to the flattenator, edit the area, and just bring this, just bring you to like here. I don't mind too much if you pick up a little bit of iron, that's fine, that'll do that. Or we do have one about to collapse because of uneven terrain, that's fine. And in fact, we did have a pipe that collapsed generally anyway. Let's just bring this all the way back here and unity that. And then realize the game was paused, so nothing was happening. Let's bring this in down there and up there in case we want to do anything else around there, which makes it a little bit weird, but that's fine. I'm okay with that. Diesel storage is filling up. That's excellent. Okay. Things are progressing, and here they come now to go and do that. Are you going to get up there? Oh, you can skip up there. Okay, that's fine. What's next? Wood storage. Do we want to deal with wood storage? It is a pain that the trucks can't continue getting rid of stuff. We do have this issue here, which we could somewhat sort by saying flat conveyor from there to there, which should be safe. Although we are taking out at a Mark II, so that does probably want to be upgraded to a Mark II at least. And then we can unpause that one. And then, because this is basically full, there's no nice way of... we can now get rid of that pipe hold. We no longer need that. We don't really need the trucks emptying it either, so let's get rid of that as well. Because that should all be able to piped out. And now where are you taking... Yep, okay, we're going to disable the import for that, because that was horrific and cyclical. They're now outputting on the pipe, so that should be sending up to the top. So, yeah, we don't have a lot of room to maneuver to build more here. So the only real option, I think, right now is to get rid of that belt and put in a large storage here, which isn't going to work because they go in different directions. And it can't go there. So if we put that in there... I really don't want it there. I really don't want it there. If we put it in there... Now, is that going in the right direction? No, it's made a thing there, so it's going to output to itself, which is frustrating. Anything I can do really is just bring that back an extra tile, isn't it? Which I didn't really want, but hey diddly ho. Let's unity all of that. Struggling to find a destination it can reach. What are you trying to reach? Is it just you've got yourself stuck? I think you just got yourself very stuck, haven't you? So just recover. Big dumper is struggling to find somewhere it can go. Because we've just got rid of that, so it can no longer go backwards, and it's now... Oh, well, hold on, we blocked the mine. We've blocked the mine. That's not going to work either, is it? No. Let's get rid of that. So you should now be fine. You can now get up there. And we are going to have to... Just put another ramp in somewhere, basically, aren't we? That's what we're going to have to do. So, mining designation. They've got a ramp there at the moment. If we put a ramp on this side... Oh, yeah, I have to get rid of the existing bits, don't I? Why is that an invalid position? So if we come down here, I don't want you flat. I want you going... Why will you not do it? Is it because there's stuff there? Yeah, there we go. So if you go up there to... Oh, it's not flat there, though, so that's not going to work either. Urgh. And it probably would work. That would probably be fine. Except that it's not, because they can't dump to get stuff there. Oh, you painful, painful, painful excuse of machinery. So what do we do with wood storage? We could just put more wood storage in somewhere else in the meantime. We could just do that. Let's just do that. Let's just, yeah, okay, that's fine. Let's just do that. We'll just put this up here. Where is it flat down to? About there. We could do it across, but I don't really want to do it across. So let's do it this way. Let's pop that down there. That is going to be wood. And let's just get that built. And trucks can import and export, that's fine. No compatible sorting plant for mixed cargo. Because you picked up the tiniest bit of waste. That's fine, whatever, get rid of it. Excavator is struggling to find a destination it can reach. Have you all got yourselves stuck? I don't want to mess around with this at all. So I think they're going to have to come in from the other side, which is fine. So I think you belong to the flattenator. So we'll just edit your area and we'll just bring you in over to this side first. And that should be fine. That should solve that. Oh, you picked up some more waste, didn't you? Picked up some more waste. Ocean access is blocked. That's fine because you're not running, so I don't really care. I'm just going to delete you and you for now because we don't really need you. Which means we're very nearly done with that. That's okay. Right, next on the list, more farms. So let's grab these farms. Let's put these in here. That looks about right. We are going to need to... This is just going to be soybeans, I think. So it's 3.8 soybeans at the minute. If we get rid of that, it goes up to 7.7. Let's not assume it's got the fertilizer. So if we do that... Oh, I don't know. Should we just assume it has fertilizer? Yeah, do you know what? Fine. Let's just do soybeans. Let's just get rid of all of it. Make it none, not empty, and then just put soybeans in, and it'll just do what it does. That's fine. And then we can copy that, put that one over there. Excellent. Soybeans come out on this belt here. This needs to come and connect to this, which is at a height 2. So we'll do that. Unity that. Let's just unpause that and let them get on with that. And then we need these pipes. So if we just copy like all of that, that should somewhere, hold on. It doesn't look right, does it? No, I've only copied one of them. Why have I only copied one of them? That connects in there like that. And that connects in there. That connects in there. That should be absolutely fine, except they've both built Mark 1s, which is obviously not what we want. Excellent. Let's just unity that. Has it put an extra thing in there? I think it has, hasn't it? Yeah, let's delete that. We don't need that. We can unpause that and that. And that one, and this is all fine, I think, isn't it? So let's just unpause all of that. Excellent. In fact, that's just unity most of that, because I don't know how it works. The truck's not being able to get down there anyway. Excellent. And then over here, this one's slightly more problematic. So we want to come off of this one. You are going to want to come down here at a height 2 and connect in there, which is fine. But now we're going to have soybeans on this belt. So where this terminates here, we actually want to take a couple of these out and put in a loose sorter, which we want to go that way and like that, and plug that in there. We can build that, so any potatoes coming can get out. You are going to sort out soybeans, and the soybeans come over here where you're not going to be able to. I think we're just going to give you a separate belt, aren't we? That's fine. And then it gets very messy here. Okay. So if we just do that, that's fine. Trucks already can't get down there. Not a problem. That should be any soybeans we grow there coming out. It is a flat connected to a felt. The potatoes are passing straight through. That is excellent. We have tapped out on corn storage. Vegetables we've got way too many of, but we know that. Corn is slightly going up. Fruit is slightly going up. Potatoes are maxed out and not backing up over here, but fruit actually is, which is fine. What we'll do, I don't want to tell fruit to store everything over a 500 yet, because then it won't start putting it down there. So let's just leave that for the minute. And corn is the other thing, which is filling up as well, but we haven't hit the 500 yet, so let's just leave that going as well. Oh, hold on, not enough workers. That's a new thing. That's because we've had a bunch of people die. So we could disable the disabling of the natural... Where's my captain's thing? Of the natural population growth. Let's re-enable that. And we may even want to think about letting a few extra refugees join us on our happy little island. Yeah, because we have a moderate flu going around. It's fine. These things happen. Right. No available place to dump products. Oh, is that just because all this is filled in? It absolutely is. Okay. Dumping designation. You have a little bit there, but you're obviously getting yourselves a bit confused. So we want you to dump at height 4. And yes, it's complaining at the moment, but we'll sort that in a minute. All the way to there. Excellent. And that'll bring that level with that, and we can worry about the rest of it afterwards. That we should start seeing these disappearing now. Any minute now. Yep. And no one's waiting to dump products, so I think we're fine. I think we're fine. I think they'll go away in a bit. Okay, cool. Right. How is our glass looking? We've got quite a lot of glass. Excellent. We'll think about upgrading all those in a minute. We haven't done anything with our ship, which is silly of us, but hey-ho. Right, just to remind our shelves, our current ship strength is 560. What do we have? We have this one over here, 470. Go. And what? Oh, that was water, wasn't it? We're not too fussed about water. Okay. Plenty of places without workers at the moment. I might even go and say adopt 10, 20 from there. Costs a little bit of Unity to do that, but we've got quite a lot of Unity, so let's just let it go, and that's at least going to get us a few workers. We could even do that from somewhere else, just to get us over that threshold and make sure that we have enough workers everywhere. That's fine. Compost is not backing up, which is what we want to see. That's fine. Okay. Whew, we're storming through this today. That's a pain, but it is what it is. Wood storage over here is slowly filling up. I think we have a lot of saplings still, don't we? We have got, yes, 2,000 saplings there. And up here in the sapling store, we are basically full of saplings. Yes. So I think we need more tree harvesters. I'm also going to build... Our ship is in battle, that's fine. Let's build a couple more tree planters, not harvesters. And we're going to get a large tree planter as well. It's ridiculous, isn't it? And we're going to get a tree harvester. And we're going to assign it to the forestry tower. And see how it works. I don't know if we have to mark the trees or whether... If you've told it here, the harvesting options, it'll automatically do it. So if I just pause quickly and say tree harvesting, yeah, it's marking all the little ones, and I don't want it to do that. So I'm hoping that's how that works. We've explored a location. We found some loot. The truck is on its way back. It goes nowhere else. It's fine. That's fine. Where's going to be next for it? 990, 990, 610 is that's a maybe. Don't really care about the limestone mine too much. We've got 470 there. I think that is also a 470. coal mine at 470 and then it goes up to 610, which is a maybe we can do that. Maybe. There is another town up there, and I don't think there's any of these we can really do. Oil rig, what was that? That was rock. And quartz, and then 990, 990. So we are running a little bit low of things that our ship could actually do. How damaged are you? A little bit. That's fine. We'll let you heal up for a moment. We won! Hooray! Okay. How are you doing? You've done... We're just building one more tree harvester. That's fine. So you assign those two to there, so you'll go off and do that. I want to wait for this one to be built, which is very close. I was waiting for stuff to come in. I could have unitied that last little bit, but hey diddly ho, it's fine. This one will be built any minute. Ship is fully repaired. I don't want to miss this though. So I don't want it to go and join the other tree harvesters. I want it to come over here and do this. So it has picked up this one. This one's going to come over here. No, it's going to immediately go and start harvesting. So I think it does work based on the settings you have here then. Because we haven't marked any of these to harvest. And it is going to start harvesting these trees. Perfect. That's exactly what we want to see. If the trees get old enough, cut them down in their prime. Is it their prime? I don't know. So we had a couple of 470s over here, but it's not going to help us find anything. We're just going to help us get rid of it, I suppose. What was that? Oh, it's already... Oh, it has no trucks assigned. Yeah, no, that's a fair point. That's a fair point, my friend. I'm going to give you a couple of trucks. That's fine. We can always build more trucks. Right, excellent. We have done vehicles management, so we now have a vehicle cap of 230, so we could build a lot more vehicles. We have a lot of glass, almost enough to upgrade all the greenhouses at once. You have no fertilizer, you have no fertilizer, which I guess is to be expected, which means these aren't going to make as much as we would hope. So why aren't we making more fertilizer? You are busy making fertilizer 1, but you don't have any ammonia. The ammonia comes from here. And it only goes down to these, doesn't it? Where is the ammonia outputs? It's this one here. Yeah, so it only goes down to these. I don't know why it goes down. Oh, because it's also used, or any excess goes down there, which is fine, because that shouldn't be... Is that balanced somewhere? Oh, it's balanced there. Ah, so all the ammonia comes down here, and then comes down here, and feeds into this as a primary. Okay. So that's where our ammonia is going, but we're not getting a lot of ammonia. How do we make more ammonia? From hydrogen and nitrogen. Well, I don't really want to do that. That seems a bit silly, if we're being honest. It just is what it is, I suppose. Because we don't have a lot of these processing. Why aren't you hold on. Not enough steam. Because we have no coal. Interesting. Where, pray tell, is my coal? You're all digging up rock. That's why. How about, lads? Here's a crazy suggestion. Let's for starters not do that. So they've built it, but I can't get rid of it. What? Remove surface. Go. I should obviously never have built that. That was not my intention. Okay. Right, we need more coal. So let's mining designation. Let's get rid of... let's just do like all this, I suppose. There's a little bit of coal in them there hills as well, so we can do that. And there's a bit over here and a bit over here. and in fact right there. And more there, but we need to think about how we're going to ramp out of there successfully, because right now we have made a bit of a mashup of that, haven't we? We'll need to actually remove surfaces, and we're going to have to remove... Let's just remove like all of that for the moment. I didn't really want to get rid of that bit there. That's fine. So we're going to have to think about how we're going to build a ramp down to there. Okay, hopefully that should get them moving and digging up actual coal. You're going to get yourself stuck, I think. I know you're okay. Right, so that should get some coal coming in. We do have this we could send off to get more coal. Should we think that is a sensible idea? Not entirely convinced, but we'll have to do something. We are going to have to think about how to... I don't think the trucks... Oh, they can get up there. What are you guys all picking up? Hold on, what are you delivering? Steel. Why? Oh, because that's being repaired again. That's absolutely fine. As long as the trucks can still get there. Look how flat that is. That is beautiful to see. Beautiful. I don't know where our flattenator diggers are. I feel like they've gone down there and they've joined in with everyone else. It's fine. Ship was fully repaired. Let's send it out again. You're going to go over to here. Have fun. Goodbye. We had new refugees. We now have 61 workers. We have... Ooh. We have no power. Yes, we have no power because we have no steam. Of course that is a thing that would happen. Let's... Why would... Oh, let's unpause those. And should we need, we will allow... Turn off the priority out on that and send hydrogen down here. But we should be starting to see coal. In fact, I might... Let's do that now. Just while we're getting up to speed. It's going to burn a bit of hydrogen, but that's fine. I think we're making quite a lot of hydrogen. Someone's picked up some waste again. Let's just get rid of it. Thank you. You look like you're all still digging up a tiny bit of coal. You're all prioritizing coal. You're just not really doing a lot of coal. Apart from this dude who is like keeping us alive at the moment. I might send this one off for another... it's going to take 50... We're going to need more workers, aren't we, I think. Oh, we found loot. Hooray. And we can see that that is 610, and that is also 610. Well, those are some maybe fights. We might have a look at that. We got some piddly stuff. We got some loot there. Hooray. We won. Hooray, hooray. Okay. Coal still isn't looking great. This is... told to keep full as a pretty high priority. We don't have any water over here. That's interesting. That is the priority out on that pipe. Is that a... That probably doesn't help. That probably doesn't help. Does this need to be a Mark IV pipe now, or is that now going to be okay? We should be seeing some water coming in here now, which has been immediately used, but that's fine. That's what it's for. And we have a lack of fertility due to a low crop rotation, which is less fine, but hey. We'll have to see. Are you... That fruit is definitely stopping that tofu from going in at a reasonable rate. It can only go in as fast as the fruit is being consumed. So I think we will change this belt over and give it its own dedicated... As soon as it disappears, there we go. give it its own dedicated line in, because that is obviously not working as we would want. And you are not going to do that. You are going to be tofu, and trucks cannot come to you, because that would be crazy. I think you were trying to reach that farm, you would try to path to it, but I've already told you you can't do it. Same with you, maybe? Yep, you're not actually trying to get anywhere. You're still saying there's a low supply of sulfur, but that is slightly misleading. I'm not too concerned about that. Okay. We are actually starting to fill up with all of these crops now. Do we have 500? We do. You've already got the 500. You don't, but you are... Oh, soybeans are filling up. Did we need to make more of these? Yeah, I think we needed 14 a month, and we're not currently making 14 a month. So we do need another one of these, which is going to be interesting to fit in here. I might have to do this, and it's going to be kind of horrible. Can't quite... Oh, you could go behind. No, did you really have to go all that way to get down there? I don't want you to join, I just want you to go underneath, but you won't. You go over. Why? Because there's not enough room for you to get down there. Okay, I said this was going to be ridiculous. I was entirely correct. And this... we can't quite fit over there at all. Definitely should have planned for this. Definitely should have planned for this. Okay, can we bring this... What are we going to do? What are we going to do? If we get rid of all of that and all of that, and we do it in the opposite order. So for this, we just bring in here. I mean, that is tremendously horrible. And we definitely don't want to do in that. But I don't know if we've really actually got much of a choice, which is ridiculous. Where are you trying to go now? Absolutely ridiculous. And then the tofu can come into there. And the animal feed is absolutely horrible. But I'm just going to do it for now, and we'll try and think about maybe just rebuilding these two at some point and making them not look like that. Because good lord, what is happening? Right. Oh my word. Everything is filling up now, which is interesting. Is that because we've got more water coming in? I don't think that would make a massive difference. How is coal looking? Pretty good. So let's change that. So that's no longer a priority. I'll leave those unpaused though for the moment. Where are you taking that sulfur? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Do that. That's a reason why we're using more sulfur, because we're using it somewhere else as well. Fair point game. Ship is back. The ship is repaired. It is not really filled with diesel, however. Because that pipe was never really connected, however. Or it was connected and then it fell apart at some point, which is fine. So it should now be filling with diesel, or it will be very, very soon. Okay. So coal is looking better. Not great, but better. That's fine. Do we need to start worrying about, like, coal mines at some point? Maybe. And iron mines at some point? Also maybe. What is that? It's just like a bush. Okay, fair. So you're busy planting away, so that should hopefully be using up more of those. You are busy trying to dig up all the trees, but the trucks are slowing you down. Or you're taking it to that storage up there, so I should actually have a look at that storage. That storage is full, pretty much. Does that mean this storage is full? That storage is still full. So let's put an export route on here to that, just so they know to do that. And then let's build another one. Let's just increase. Yeah, I don't actually. You don't have to have a route. That's fine. Let's just increase the amount of wood we're storing, just for fun. Just for fun. And over here, how are you doing? You have almost done that bit, which means you will then be sent over to, woo, all the way over there to start getting rid of all those trees. How are we doing? 49 minutes. We are busy expanding this side of the island, so it's in line with this. It's just looking fantastic. We could do doing this bit, but it's going to start interfering with that at some point, but we are going to want to do that, I think. If we can just flatten out all of this, and then I might think about bridging over there. I might, I don't know. It's something to do with it, isn't it? Compost is sort of actually filling up. Sort of actually maybe a little bit filling. I mean, not properly filling up. You just... I sneezed. Hopefully I muted that. Hopefully if I didn't, I see it on the on the thing. Yes, we have a minor problem here that... Is it a problem? We're not getting a lot of compost down there, but that is filled with dirt, so I don't know if that's a concern. I don't think so. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. How are we doing in terms of organic fertilizer up here? We're full, is the answer to that, which is actually good. Not good in the fact that it means we're not making a lot of actual fertilizer. That's not so great. Still that ammonia problem that I'm not too sure about. Well, I suppose that only makes 9. We're only making 9 ammonia, so we knew we weren't making enough to really run it at full whack, which is fine. And that's making a little bit of fertilizer too every now and then. So we've got another epidemic. Another flu is ongoing. It is ridiculous over here. Ridiculous. Coal is still fine. Right. Next thing's next. I want to upgrade you. Like that. I then want to give you an additional recipe where you will turn CO2 into graphite. That's going to go there. The CO2 input is shared with the chlorine input, which is fine. So let's come over to here. Let's wait for that just to transfer out, and then let's delete that and that. Unity, hello, Unity that. We then want a fluid balancer or a pipe balancer, which we cannot connect directly into any of those things. which is a bit of a pain. So let's put that there. These output up to 192, which is, if we do a Mark III belt, and connect that to there, and connect that to there, and then connect that to there. But then we want a priority out of this one, which is also going to be a Mark III belt, which we're going to bring. Going to press the wrong button. Which we're going to somehow attempt to bring over to there. I'd rather not get in the way of all the water stuff. It's also going to mess with the pillars and everything, isn't it? What do we have over here? What is this one? This is just another... So it's going to get messy here, but I don't mind so much over here. So let's bring this one over to here. Missed it. Over to here. Let's just change that so it doesn't put a pillar right in the middle of that path. And you're going to come up here. Up to here. At which point we're going to connect into there. And into there. Excellent. Unity, unity. Make sure that goes all the way back. And unity. And unity. And make sure we prioritize the right output. Excellent. So CO2. Make sure we've built the pipes coming out of those. And going into the balancer. That would be helpful. Thank you. CO2 is now going to be prioritized. Coming along here, it's going to go into here and attempt to make graphite. Currently, we are only using... Let's get rid of this now, because that's a little reminder for that. We are only using graphite over here for the silicon poly, which obviously we're doing okay with, so it's not much of a concern. We could mark that to be completely full, just so we can make a bit more graphite over there. But at some point, we're going to want to upgrade these to arc reactors, or arc whatever they're called. Arc smeltery-doonos? Furnaces. That's probably the word I was looking for. And they will use graphite in place of coal, which would be wonderful. It's going to be a nightmare, on the other hand, because they also produce low steam. And obviously, if we're using graphite over here, we're not using as much exhaust, which means we're not producing as much CO2, which means we're not making as much graphite. So it's going to be a bit of a cyclical nightmare, and I don't really want to get into it, truth being told. Anyway, we got some more refugees. Hooray. We have a red message. Not enough housing. That is a problem. Let us upgrade a couple of houses and unity them if we can. And then I'm going to pause the beacon again, because I don't think we're in any massive rush for those. Those are being built. Yes, they are. Excellent. Well, what is next? So organic fertilizer is being piped out as and when it's made straight away. That's fine. We are making more soybeans, which are still stocking up, although this is now running. Why are you not running? Because you don't have water. Hilarious. You are now running. So we'll actually have a chance of meeting our tofu. Our vegetables are actually full. Yep. Wasn't expecting to see that. Let's put fruit up to 500. We're obviously making too much fruit. We're making too much corn. We're making too many potatoes. We need to make basically more of all of these. What one is this? Fruit. We need more fruit. Let's unity this, and this, and this, and this. This is the wheat. We need more of that. Let's get rid of that. Potatoes. Yep, we're also going to want more vegetable. That's all of them, isn't it? We've done fruit, wheat, potatoes. Did we do potatoes? Do we want more potatoes? We didn't do potatoes. I think we want more potatoes, which means we need to take this belt at a height 4. Somewhere to there and to there. That thinks it's an output. It's not. And then I think we want more potato production. I would rather just be using let's flip U, Unity U, using up all the excess. That would make more sense to me. So let's just massively increase the throughput of our products. Are we going to get to a point where fuel gas is full? Yep. Yes, we are. Is that just because... What would that be because of? Well, we now have lots of these making... These make 12, they make 12, they make 8. And we now have 1, 2, 3. So we've got 24, 48. And we've got 8, 16. We've got 32 there. So I think we need to start thinking about upgrading some of these pipes, don't we? So let's upgrade that. And let's just do these. And that one, and then we'll just let that go, and then we'll see how far that goes, and whether we need to increase that a bit further. So that is this pipe, which plugs into this, which goes immediately into a Mark 1. So upgrade, 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 upgrade. Unity, 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 Unity. That goes to there, which then goes into another Mark 2. That Mark 2 looks like it's pretty full. It is a Mark 2 all the way. They are just full. They are quite simply full of fuel gas. And that is probably because if we go up here where the fuel gas is piped, we're full of fuel gas. That would explain it. We are full of fuel gas, but that's not a bad thing, so it should mean that these boilers are running. Like a lot. Why is that one moving, but that one isn't? I get that it's full. I think we need to put a balancer in here. And then we want a Mark 3 pipe connecting that to there. Do we? Is that going to be silly because of this? Yeah, I think that is. Let's get rid of that. Let's put a Mark 2 pipe in so it matches. Unity that. And then we want this to prioritize that input. So the input coming from the outside world is going to be prioritized. Which means this is not going to be sent out from this balancer, which means it should be going over here instead, which it is. Okay. And we're starting to see fuel gas things burning, which is what we want to see. They should be burning rather than any of these, really, because we've got 4 of them. Do we have enough throughput there? 72 times 4, please and thank you. 72 times 4, 288. That's not enough. because they can carry 200. Okay, so we also need to upgrade this pipe, which means we actually need to upgrade a lot of these pipes. So let's upgrade this one, and this one, and this one. I think we have to match that one. And let's upgrade that one as well. Starting to get a bit messy there. I don't know if that means I need to upgrade all of these pipes to a Mark III as well to match. I think it's doing okay. It's mainly taking it from here. Okay. And we should start seeing all of these burning constantly. You can't get rid of your exhaust, however. 288, that's because that pipe is not going to be big enough, because that one needs to be a Mark III. And that goes over to... oh, where were you? Where were you? What pipe were you? Oh, hold on one chicken plucking minute. You are CO2, which is being vented over there. We don't want that. No, sirree, no, we don't want that. I'm going to take you on a journey. What is happening? Oh, I see. You, I want to come to some stupid place around here, and around here, and into here. And let's upgrade you. Upgrade Unity you. I no longer want you venting into this smokestack. Does that smokestack then have anything going into it? Don't think it does. Don't think it does. And then we'll have to see, well, I suppose if that pipe coming out of here can't handle all of the CO2, then it will start venting it, which is fine. Can this... whatever you're trying to do, don't do it. You can handle 900 CO2, so that should be fine. That should be fine. So let's pop back over here. So why are you not going now? Oh, it's because just those pipes aren't big enough. We can't go into a single pipe. Level 1 pipe for 2 of you. That'd be crazy. Right, that should get all of them up and running. You're still saying you can't quite get enough fuel gas, but you need 72. You've got a Mark II dedicated. As have you. And these pipes can carry 450. And 72 times 4 is 288, so you should be fine for fuel gas. I think you might be struggling for water a little bit. Because we need 48 times 4, which is about 200. But we have a Mark II pipe coming in there, going into a Mark I pipe, which should be... is that even a Mark I pipe? It is. And we can upgrade it. I don't think that really needs it, though. It is a Mark II pipe there. It may just be we're not getting enough water down this pipe. You're waiting to vent your CO2. What are you waiting on? to vent your steam. Venting your steam is fine. That is the least concern I have with that. Okay, excellent. Looks like we're actually going to be using more of our fuel gas now. Particularly burning in the boilers, which is going to be great because it's going to use CO2 rather than exhaust, which means we're going to produce less CO2, but we're also producing CO2 directly. So is that a concern? I've got literally no idea. Literally no idea. We are currently still on 7.7 there. Fertility is terrible. We might want to think about sticking in a fertilizer crop there because there is no crop rotation. We could grow an additional crop there, but honestly I'm not sure we really need to. So I think everything is still filling up. I should have noted where these were. So wheat seems like it's doing okay. Soybeans is now doing okay. Tofu is doing okay. That's slowly backing up. Vegetables, way too many. Fruit, still quite bad. Corn, I think, has gone down. Potatoes, I'm pretty sure, have gone down. But vegetables, we are just growing too many vegetables. So we could look at changing something here, but I'm not sure we really need to. So let's just do more vegetables. Where are vegetables? We've already maxed out our vegetables. We're already doing 4. Okay. I thought processing 48, 56 worth of vegetables a second would be more than enough. But maybe it's not. And if the vegetable belts start filling up, which is where we actually genuinely are already, then we are in trouble. So, who's doing vegetables? You two are doing vegetables. Vegetables come out on the flat belt. What else comes on the flat belt? Fruit. So maybe I'll change you to do fruit. And maybe I'll also change you to do fruit. And we'll see how we go. We still seem to have just way too many saplings. We're just not... Like, that's not even a greenhouse. We are making way too many saplings. It does have fertilizer, however. Not a lot, but it does. Whereas these don't have any. So just because there's more farms on that one pipe? Could be. Could be. And why aren't we seeing a lot of fertilizer coming up here? Well, we're seeing some. Okay. What are we looking at? It's been over an hour, so now might be the time to think about stopping. It's probably a reasonable idea. You have nowhere to dump coal, which is just music to my beautiful little ears. That is absolutely fine. Okay, let's think about stopping then. Let's just review what we've done. So we panic burned most of our hydrogen because we ran out of coal and we couldn't make any power. That's a problem. But that seems to have sorted itself, and I think hydrogen is going up. It is. Fuel gas, we have piped in our fuel gas from the bottom, and we are now using fuel gas as our primary boiler mechanism, which is just great. Most we're only bringing in 200. How much fuel gas are we actually potentially producing down here? I don't know. I can't really be bothered to figure it out at the moment. I mean, they're not maxing out the pipe anymore, which is the main thing. So they're still constantly producing stuff. And compost-wise, yeah, we're still keeping up with demand for compost. That's fine. So what have we done today? We have built a couple more soy farms. We have done a few more anaerobic digesters down here to get rid of some of the food. Don't look at that, it's fine, don't worry about it. We've increased our population a little bit, finally, after many, many years, really. And we have increased a little bit of our housing up to housing Mark II. We could potentially do more, it probably wouldn't hurt. Unity is looking pretty good. We have started flattening the rest of this, and also, is that actually... There's just like a dip there. That's fine. We can fill that. And filling in this side of the island now, which is looking great. We are sending the ship out to a few places to take out I think all of the remaining 470s. Well, there's the coal mine. Go get another coal mine. Fine, whatever. We did something over here. Oh, we've changed CO2 to be mainly going down here to produce graphite. Should we be able to actually produce graphite, we could increase that storage box just for funsies, just so we can do a bit more. Excellent. We have piped our organic fertilizer straight up here. We are now full of organic fertilizer on a near permanent basis, which is great because it means we can make a little bit more fertilizer 1 and then fertilizer 2, etc, etc. But we're just not making a lot of fertilizer 1. Is it time for us to say maybe we chuck in 1? Is it an electrolyzer? Doing, not you. You. Doing extra fertilizer, doing extra ammonia. It seems silly. I don't know. Would allow us to use some of the nitrogen, however, that these... Not you. Where are you? Not you. You, the air separators. We could actually use a bit of that nitrogen, which would be the first time we've used nitrogen to do anything. And it's probably not a bad idea, is it? Ship is in battle, and it is destroying it. That's fine. It's probably not a bad idea. We come off of this feed. We stick in a little one down here. We could even make an electrolyzer Mark II just for added bonuses. Get it to change. No, not an electrolyzer. Wait, what? Oh, it's a chemical plant. Okay. So we don't do that. We instead use a chemical plant, which is... Where were they? In here somewhere? Chemical plant. Chemical plant to turn hydrogen and nitrogen into ammonia. So it'll only take 12 hydrogen. It'll use 24 nitrogen, but we are making significantly more than that in here. Making 36, so that's fine. And if this is running full time, will it be running full time? That uses 18 oxygen. That's only doing 30. That'll be running half time. So it'll only be making 18 nitrogen. That uses 24. So well, that's a bit of a pain, actually, isn't it? What if we downgrade that to a Mark 1 chemical plant? Do you still have that recipe? Yes. At which point we can actually use all of the nitrogen that's coming out and just a little bit of hydrogen to make just 6 ammonia, which isn't a lot. But it's enough to maybe get that running full time, which it really isn't at the moment. So maybe we'll think about doing that. Oh, we found a coal mine we knew was there. Excellent. You're spoiling for a fight there, is what you're doing. Do you know what? Fine. Go and battle that guy. Go and give it a go. I think you're going to fail because you've probably already got a bit of damage, but you try. You do you, my friend. Yeah. 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 So maybe we do that just to get a bit more ammonia being produced. We then have to put a balancer on the ammonia so it prioritizes, or we can do that here. No, that's the fertilizer. Where does the ammonia come in? It's this blue one here, isn't it? And there is already a balancer there, actually. So where does this ammonia go? Well, that goes down to these. If we have excess ammonia, which we never have, but it's fine. Oh my word, you did it. Oh, you little legend. You little legend. You come on back, my friend. Where? Oh, where? I don't think we have any, like, outlying locations we can get to. I'm sure there should be an ammonia mine on this map. An ammonia mine. Say it again. A uranium mine on this map. I would very much like that uranium mine. Oh, it's there. Oh, hold your horses. How long have I been saying that we don't have a uranium mine, and it's right there? Okay. Well, one of them, because that's uranium mine 2. So somewhere there's another uranium mine. But we've got that one. Yeah, do you know what? Start repairs. Let's get that done. Because we have just researched a nuclear reactor, as well as sausages. Is there anything else we can get rid of? The electrolyzer 2 we can get rid of. CO2 recycling we can get rid of. Chemical plant 2 we can get rid of. I'm going to get rid of the belts just because the belts are there. That's fine. That's pretty much it really, isn't it? Oh, soybean we can get rid of. Corn we can get rid of. Tree planting we can get rid of. How long has that been there? Oh, so long is the answer. Press and escape to get rid of that menu. It's not going to get rid of it. Yeah, so let's maybe do that. Get some more ammonia being made so we can actually make more fertilizers. We can actually try and fertilize our fields. Although, is that a concern for us right now? I'm not sure it is. So we've increased the size of this. I think it actually is going down. No, we haven't increased the size of it. We haven't. And it actually is going down. Okay, so we are actually managing to use... yes, because we've increased the fuel gas output. Okay, good. So that's now getting rid of all of our excess materials by the look of it. 500,000 for the corn. Potatoes has gone right down. Fruit, I think, is going down. Soybeans, we've got loads of. No, that's vegetables. Soybeans we have none of, which is fine. As long as we have some coming down here to make tofu occasionally. That could be because we are... Oh, I was going to say, this is looking pretty good, but it's because we're now doing that as well, isn't it? And so you're only making 4.7 and you're making 5.2. But if we can get fertilizer sorted, that might help that. How is the wood storage looking? Ridiculous. Let's build another wood store. You are doing quite well up here, you little extra team. You could probably do it being bigger. What I was sort of hoping to get around today was to upgrade the vehicle depot, which we can't do. Not you. Vehicle depot 3, big vehicles. Why can't I upgrade you? Oh, mega vehicles. So maybe we'll do that next time. Vehicle depot 3, yeah. Oh, it's huge. That's why you can't upgrade it. It's absolutely massive. Okay. Well, that's going to take a little bit of redesigning, isn't it? And the other thing then, if we start making mega excavators cannot go under height 5 things. So we have to start thinking about... Oh, hello. I was going to say put in like a bridge in to do, but if we put it this way, belt everything in from the back. Oh, then we can't expand our research though. Ooh, okay. Maybe we move our vehicle depot outside here. I think we're going to do that. Because if we leave it in here, if we put it over roughly where the existing one is, we can't expand our research, should we ever want to. We can't really bring that up. We can bring it down, I suppose, but we can't bring it up, which is what I would prefer to do, ideally. If we put it down here, it gets in the way of expanding on the vehicle parts, which I assume we're going to need to do to make vehicle parts Mark III, which I assume is a thing. So I think we'll probably move that out here somewhere. I'm assuming there is a vehicle parts Mark III. Yes, of course there is, which uses electronics. Obviously it does. So we need to expand this. Think about whether that's all fine, and then yeah, build that. That'd be nice. The flattenator has nothing to be mined. That's about to collapse. That's fine. Just get rid of that belt for the moment. We'll deal with that later. Are people bringing coal to you? Don't bring coal to you. You shouldn't be, because that's being told to empty. But let's just make sure that is the case. Let's not have that collapse. That'd be a mild pain. Yeah, and then we just need to think about access to places, because it's getting a bit hairy scary. we need to build another ramp down here at some point to replace this. Maybe coming from this side, build it down here. Because then it's completely out of the way of the coal. We can just say to dig up all the coal. And over in the iron mine, we're going to need a new ramp if we want to expand the wood storage here in situ. Which would be nice. Why are you empty but you're not? Because I deleted that belt at some point and thought, you know what, I'm never going to need that belt again. Oh, you sweet summer child. I'm not entirely convinced that connected. Oh, it definitely did. Okay. Cool. So yeah, that's actually going to start moving wood along there now, which is something. Excellent. Everything else, I think, is looking hunky-dory. We're looking very full of concrete, so we could start continuing to tile the entire world. And why not? Why not? Tile over some of this to hide my shame at some of this. Almost flattened all of that, which is great. Got a little bit to fill in over there. That's not a problem. We need to flatten this bit, really. That's what the flattenator is going to do next. It's just going to continue flattening all of this. And then we're going to have this little bit sticking out here. So it'd be nice if we could actually either dig that up or bring stuff out further. But I don't know. Is that worth it, or is that just me being silly? And then we're going to want to bring this out and just remove this at some scary, horrifying point. To bring this out over here. Maybe bring it out to like here. And maybe even bridge from this side at some point. So if you've got something over here that wants to get over here, it hasn't got to go all the way across there. This is titanium. I guess our titanium processing would be up here. Yeah. And then like just start flattening everything. When do we think about building a tunnel through this? I say tunnel, you know what I mean. Just hacking our way through this mountain. I mean, that is a huge, huge project. But there is a lot of iron there. There is a lot of copper there. So if we could tunnel through, and it probably makes most sense to do it where the limestone is. But then what am I going to do with all the limestone? So maybe I'll do it like here. Then I'm going to cut into the... I might not. I'm going to cut into limestone there. Yeah, that would be like a game changer in terms of access to this side of the map, but still probably very silly. Oh, there is water there. I don't think I knew water was there, or at least I haven't realized it for a long, long time. And we have access to this side now. So I could put some more water towers down there and then somehow pipe over there. How is our water looking, however? It's actually getting used. Yeah, it's going down a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. So something to think about. Anyway, that's just me waffling on for ages again, isn't it? I'm going to finish up there. I'm not going to go through all that again. I'd normally be thinking at that point again, right, what have we done? What are we doing next time? But I'm not going to do it. It's fine. You all know. You're all up to speed. Let's just get it done. Hope you're enjoying Captain of Industry. If you are, hit the like button, comment, subscribe, all those amazing things. Next time, we'll have an attempt at doing the raft of things I just talked about doing. I will see you next time. And as always, thank you very much for joining me.